Hey lovely people! So it has been a while. I'm sorry that I haven't posted the past couple weeks. I know I wanted to get into a routine of that, but clearly it didn't happen. But I am back today with a video all about my camera kit because I know a few of you are interested in what I use. So let's dive straight into it and I won't bore you with anything else. So I am currently recording with my camera, which is the Canon 60D Mark II. I absolutely adore it. I will show you it at the end. I am also using the 20mm Sigma lens. It's absolutely gorgeous. I am in love with it. I only just got it the other day and isn't it fabulous? But now what I'm going to do is show you all of my lenses and then I will show you those two little guys at the end. Firstly, I'm going to show you all of my lenses. So, numero uno, we have got the Sigma Art 1.4 50mm. It's a beauty, absolutely adore it. This is the first fancy lens I bought myself. I saved for so long for this lens. I adore it. It's probably the one I use the most in my photography to this day. And it's a real powerhouse. It's absolutely stunning. I highly recommend it if you have got the budget for it. It's not like crazy money. I'd honestly recommend it more than the Canon 1.4. But obviously the Canon 1.2 is going to be a slight edge over it. But for price comparison, this baby is a beauty. Next up, we've got the Sigma Art 35 1.4 again. I, as you may be able to tell, really love Sigma lenses. I think I only own Sigma lenses, so this is a beauty as well. I absolutely adore it. I use it for wider photos. It's a really good lens for just everyday stuff. I could take this to pretty much any shoot and I will probably use it for something. Now this baby is more just for fun. I bought this off a friend and it's slightly abused. It doesn't have a bottom cap. It's got a giant chip in the front element. I don't know if you can see that. Ah, look at that sweet baby. So I don't actually use this for any client work. I only use this when I want to have a little bit of fun. The cool thing about the giant chip on the front element is it actually creates some really cool effects with light sometimes. So I like just pulling this 85 out when I'm just playing about really. I would love to invest in an 85mm for client work, but they're currently out of my budget and I don't really need one because I can get a similar effect with a 50mm and walking forward, but they're still so beautiful. Next up, we have got my Canon 70D. I really love this camera. I don't use it, again, for any client work anymore, but I use it as like a prop or just to keep as a little extra around just in case. It's still a fantastic camera and I highly recommend it to anyone who kind of isn't a beginner anymore, but they just want to up their game just a little bit. And attached to that, I have got the Sigma contemporary lens, which is a 17 to 70mm, and it's only for crop cameras, which is such a shame because it's such a handy lens. It's basically an upgrade from the kit lens that you get with all cameras. So I really recommend this again if you are kind of just stepping up your game a little bit more, because this is going to give you such a wide variety. Personally, I only really use prime lenses, so that's my only zoom that I own, but for a zoom, it does a really good job. I am now just going to swap my cameras over, so you're going to see a slight, well, you'll probably see a big difference in quality, but I just wanted to show you the camera that I am using right now because she is my baby. I adore her. So this is the setup I just showed you, the Canon 70D with the 17 to 70mm lens. As you can see, because it's a crop, it has cropped in quite far, but I don't want to ruin my setup by moving it, so we're going to just keep it like this for the moment. This is my baby. I adore her. She is the Canon 60 Mark II, as I told you before, and we are currently rocking the 20mm Sigma Art lens on there. Look at that front element. Oh, you can't even see, but it's a beauty. It's curved, it's stunning, and the beautiful thing about this 20mm lens is generally when you're working with a super wide, you're going to get quite a lot of distortion, but you actually don't get it too badly with this lens. Obviously at some of the edges, but beautiful, crisp, love it. been using it so much the past couple of weeks. I also highly recommend the Canon 60 Mark II. It just is perfect. It's got a flip out screen, which I love. I use it all the time. And it's just generally awesome. I wanted this camera for so long, so being able to invest in it when I went full time was incredible for me. Now that we've gone over proper camera gear, I wanted to talk about all of the extra little bits that I use to run my business and that I use on shoots, because love, love, love. So the first thing that I wanted to give a big shout out to is my amazing harness from Clover Lily Leatherworks. Anyone who's been on a shoot with me has probably seen this. Sometimes I don't bring it if it's just a small one-to-one shoot. However, I adore this. It's a double harness. But most of the time I kind of have it so you've got double straps, but then you've only got one camera here holstered. It's so lush. It takes all of the pain off of my back. When I got this, it absolutely saved my life. Back pain is muchly reduced. 10 out of 10. Also, he hand makes these in Folkestone, and he made it specifically for my height, which I think is fantastic. And also it's a lot cheaper than some of the ones that are mass marketed, so highly recommend. Another bunch of things that I could not live without are my hard drives. These are just a few of them, but these are all WD passports, and I love them to pieces. I got my first ever one when I started out, and it was the My Passport Ultra, and then I upgraded to the like fancy, more premium ones. Love these so much. They have never let me down. Obviously I double back up everything anyway, but it's nice that they're like reliable and solid. 10 out of 10. I'm so enthusiastic with this video. I don't know whether to apologise or just go with the flow. Last up, we have got my beautiful MacBook. I adore her. Look at this beautiful case from Psy Designs as well. Polly is a maker. She's fantastic. Small business owner, although not so small anymore, but I am obsessed with her work. It's fantastic. And yeah, I've got my beautiful MacBook Air. I love it because it actually holds up super well. I know a lot of people kind of slam MacBook Airs for not having enough power, but honestly, if I'm just working on editing photos and not doing anything else, then she works perfectly well. And the benefit of it being so light and easy to carry is a big plus for me because I'm constantly traveling. I love getting the train everywhere. It's actually one of my favorite things to do, work on the train. So 10 out of 10. I need to stop rating everything 10 out of 10, but I love my kit so very much. I think that's everything for today's video, so I hope you found it interesting, me chatting about what kind of camera kit I use and a little bit of my tech that I also have for the business. I think it'd be quite cool to do a kind of video about all of the paper things that I use to do planning and stuff, so if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know in the comments, whether you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are. Let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to make these videos hopefully a little more regularly.